Gods and goddesses in training, welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Makara. Today we're speaking about why you are the chosen one, okay? You're watching this video for a very specific reason. Because you might be a Seraphim soul or a dragon soul. The way that I want you to understand this, first and foremost, is number one, you've been feeling very isolated. A lot of your life you felt very isolated, away from everybody, in your own world, and so forth. Maybe you felt like you were the black sheep of your family. Okay, maybe you felt like the outcast, the outlaw, the person who was going against the grain. This is a good sign that you are going to be awakening in 2024, the year of the dragon. So there's very special upheaval time right now for you. Number two, you understand that humanity is split. Okay? You understand that humanity is split. There's left and right. There's black and white. There's up and down, right? And we are stuck to this kind of principle, this rule of duality that guides all of us, right? And, I choose to see it as, creative change. So it would be kind of boring if it was just daytime all the time, There's a beauty in the sunrise and the sunset, right? There's a beauty in that transformation and that growth. And that, I think, you'll truly begin to understand that this year. Number three, you've been interested in very spiritual, esoteric, mystical concepts all of a sudden. Like you've never had any ideas of this, but it's kind of seeping into your consciousness, right? The more that you either work with these teachings or the more that you put attention to it, you start noticing these synchronicities showing up, right? Like these pa, right in a row. And so, particularly, I want you to pay attention to this. Right now, there outside my window, there is a falcon or a black kite. It's just circling around in circles because I was speaking about Horus a little while ago to the adepts about how to create offerings for him and so forth. So that's probably why. So, also, who was it? I think Ogmios wanted me to get my beard, to cut my beard shorter to heal my skincare. To heal my skincare first, and then, have it grow back. Because, he was worried about the health, the positivity, the radiance, the growth in my face, and so forth. So I listen to all the deities, man. This is a good example of that. But yeah, if anybody asks, I say, hey, it's just an avatar upgrade, you gotta change it up sometimes. That's it. The fact is, everything is calculated and everything feels spiritual for me, And so the fact that I get to speak to you, dragon souls, and the energy of the dragon, by the way, is both good and bad, right? The dragon can be seen as the adversary and it can go into the darkness, but at the same time, there are these seraphims, right? These angel dragons that, they have wings that cover their eyes from God because he's too holy. Okay, they need to humble themselves. Cover their feet because feet are kind of like dirtiness, right? They shows uncleanliness, dirtiness, and so forth. And then they have one to fly with, one set of wings to fly with. So it's 6 wings, right? Think about that. So it's flying with one, covering its eyes with one, and covering its feet in one. Now, when they're away from God, when they're doing their duties, they don't need to cover themselves, right? And so they just open up all of their wings. But it's very important that you understand the symbolism. As I'm saying this to you, do you believe that you have this essence within you? And you will know based on this visualization. So the visualization is simply this. You imagine yourself as a dragon with 6 wings, okay? And notice how that automatically changes your posture, right? It automatically, if you had wings, it would actually accentuate your chest, right? Your upper body slightly more, right? Like if you notice, I'm now imagining I have giant dragon wings. Okay, I have to kind of push my shoulders back slightly to be able to, hold on to them, because otherwise I'll be falling back like this. You see, but I also have wings coming out of here and below, imagine, right? Like a seraphim. So one pair of wings can come in here and hug you like this. One, it can go behind you and hug you like that, right? Imagine how that would change, that physiology would change your experience and your body language. Get that, okay? First and foremost. Now you're interacting with the world, they are interacting with a dragon. You guys get that? So they're not interacting with a regular human being anymore. Because with that visualization that you just did, they now have to change their understandings and worldviews and everything that's coming from the frequency of truth. And the frequency and the energy of truth is, you can't hide from it. It's like, it is there, right? And it is going to go its own way, whether you like it or not, right? So it's almost like this energy of life and ego, right? We talk about slaying the dragon, that is our own ego. How can we slay that which belongs to us and is us, in a sense, right? And so the way I understand it, guys, okay, the imagery of the dragon, is it's a very good balancer, right? Like a pH balance. It's a good equilibrium point for higher and lower to come together and join hands and unite towards one mission, right? To finally come to terms with this thing and be like, yo, let's work something out. We both kind of want the same things, but there's in different skewed ways, right? And then once we find that gray mage path, we can start to really accelerate. So the way that I see it is, dragons are part reptile and part bird, okay? So if you think about the Nagas, right, in the Hindu pantheon, the Nagas lived in Pataloka. They lived very underground. They're more in their reptile form, their Naga form, right? However, there are also aspects of Garudas, okay? Garudas would fly up in the heavens, okay? That would be more high up or holier. But now combine the image of a Garuda, a bird, and a Naga, a snake, and you have what? A dragon. You guys get what I mean? So the combination of both of those energies, that in our own collective minds, they fight each other, right? This is what we understood. Like myself and my business partner, Ryan G, we didn't understand why there's such an animosity between Nagas and Garudas until we read the stories and we understood, right? They're trying to, churn this immortality nectar, and there's this whole story around it. But I found that the real power is in conjoining those powers together that seem to be opposing principles and create this mythical beast that is the priest beast, right? Is the combination of the higher realm and the lower. And that's what we've been trying to embrace and really get here, guys, because we want to be integrated people, okay? We don't want to be so high and mighty that we miss out on the greatest character upgrade for ourselves just because there are some of those lower aspects of ourselves. But those are going to come up, okay? If somebody is saying my way is the only way, you better watch out, bro. I'm seeing you do it in the comments, okay? There's no one way for anybody, okay? You've read your own understanding and knowledge, and you have all of these ideas, and yeah, maybe you understand that it's men going their own way, okay? But this is not a channel for that, bro. Don't spread and promulgate that shit, okay? This is just a first warning, okay? First warning. If you truly believe that this world does not need women, you are absolutely bonkers, okay? The divine feminine energy is what's helping us right now. And a lot of you are misguided and mistrusting of that divine mother energy, but that's the energy, right? That's really in its just infancy, right? It's just beginning to emerge. So if you have a hate or a distrust of the feminine, or this weird like kink shaming thing, or like women are below me and I can't, ultimately I understand males and females are very different, But to make comments like that, to make skewed generalizations, are still working from your own distortions because you haven't healed. Okay? So healing before SR. Okay? SR is fine, you're going to get the benefits and downloads and so forth, but heal yourself before you attempt to try to, create this pressure cooker inside of you, going against your basal lower nature. And if you think otherwise, then prove it to me, okay? Go 1,000 days on this thing and record every day. Put it out into the world. Why are you hiding from it? What the hell? Show the world you're doing it, okay? I'm on day what? I love how TXL was asking King Jin the other day in the channeling. He was like, can mine look like Charmander or whatever? In terms of, we were talking about the salamanders, right, of King Jin. And he was like, yes, I'll make specifications or whatever. It's really good. But yeah, man, like if you want to train your dragon, you got to envision what that dragon really looks like for you, that speaks to you and your subconscious mind and your soul, right? You'll know what it is, right? You pick a specific color of the dragon that belongs to your chakra path working, okay? The way you do that is I test it for you, okay? It's very easy. It's a very easy process. It's basically like Primal Sutra Adept initiation type stuff, right? You figure out your main chakra point and you get initiated through this practice and you start practicing it, basically, right? You start going inwards and you start really adjusting with it, really creating these gifts for yourself. You are the chosen because you chose to be. You are the chosen because you clicked on this video. You are the chosen because there's something in the background underlying that you understand that, wait a minute, I'm meant to be doing something different. I feel this upheaval, this pull towards this energy that I'm building. I've been working on this my entire life. You might be feeling like that right now. I've been working and working my entire life, but I haven't found that shift. I haven't found that transformation. Welcome to 2024, where reality shifts for you. Okay? Where reality shifts for you. There's people who are finding out about me now. Okay? One person sent me a message. I found out Rion pointed me to you. Rion is a great energy catalyst. I've been speaking about him for the past few days, actually. And then his energy comes in. Boom, right? And then I got promoted to IMC India. I don't know if you guys know, but IMC Nation, okay? It's a worldwide movement, okay? Led by Arash Zapardibazar, okay? A very powerful communicator, an eloquent man who's a part of a tribe. He's now set up in Vegas. All of them are set up in Vegas. I've been given a scope, at least, on allowing to lead that group of men in IMC India. So if you are in India right now, okay, and you want to reach out to the tribe, work with me, of course, I'll also get you in touch with AZD if you want. And yeah, man, let's get this thing rolling, okay? Let's get this ball rolling, because it's about time that we showed the world who we really are. The world has been knowing about us, but now we get to really, really show up differently by knowing ourselves better. In lockdown time, we went hard, man. A lot of people, they shriveled up into a cocoon. They went into chaos, financial debt, family dying. It was horrible, right? But these spiritual, mystical powers were attained through that period for me. You guys get that? My own spiritual journey catapulted through this isolation, or finding this bridge of like, I really did the inner work during this time, man. And I wasn't holding back. I wasn't like one day I'm like, I'm just going to journal a little bit, and tomorrow I guess I'll just do something else. And, yeah. Dude, I was on it, right? Daily meditations, daily breath works, yoga, okay? Just moving around my body, going out into nature, not holding myself back so much, or understanding that there's always this protective mechanism of your, it's this guilty conscience you see in cartoons, right? Your internal angels and demons having a conversation with each other, right? The high priestess and the beast, right? The both in by themselves, like creating a split mind for you. But what if they were to join hands? And this is the energy of The angels protect me, the demons respect me. You understand that energy? It's that energy of like, I am not going to bow down to any entity because I praise the Almighty. Okay? And the Almighty works through me to get in touch with you because you are a piece of that too. You get what I mean? So to hold the chalice of the universe, that all of it, right? And this is why we use symbols that repurpose the universe in a sense. Like a mandala is the universe, right? A little orgone pyramid, to me, that's the universe. You know, I make everything, zoom it down, zoom it down so you can use these items and these technologies and these talismans through the eyes of a god. You get what I mean? And that changes your experience of it. It makes it more sacred to you. And when you can make something more sacred to you, not based on any texts or scriptures, not based on what someone else is telling you, but your divine purpose revealed to you through the eyes of the Creator. So this is the process, man. If you're finding interest in this at all, definitely reach out and let's get working together one-on-one and start noticing the process. Put all the different things in place. Catch up, okay? Catch up to all the teachings, the old recordings. Just envelop yourself in the teachings, because that's truly how you're going to ascend, grow on this journey of the spiritual path, right? When you learn more and more about yourself, right? So that's what we help you do, is we get you clear about yourself and your connections with your spiritual path, in a sense. If you're like, I'm open to anything and everything to work with me, as long as they help me get the job done, you're making our job actually a lot easier. You guys get that? But if you're like, it needs to be fair, and you're like super picky about it, and you're like, yeah, I can only work within this one pantheon, and you know, I choose to not prefer any other, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to work with you. However, we're not saying no, okay? So we will help you. Maybe let's help you in a few sessions and so forth, right? But for people who are like long-term in this path working, you got to really have this understanding of like, yo, I'm open to exploring, because honestly, I've signed up to this path from that same spirit of like, I don't know what's going on, right? I'm just on this journey, on the ride with you guys, you know? And that's kind of how it's been. So I want you to start to understand, like, let's make a movement out of this, right? Let's create a precipice. Another thing interesting that's happening is one of my old clients, Masato, he set me up with someone from the United Nations to do research on personality change. And you guys know I wrote my book TPM, right? Which is all about that aspect of you tapping into that, the greatest version of you, that avatar, that character that you know you deserve to be. And you keep holding yourself back. But now is the time to just take off those layers and embrace that greatest part of you. Okay? You got to give yourself this validation that I'm giving you right now, bro. You got to speak to yourself like you're high and mighty. Okay? Not a diluted, muted shell of a human being that's just kind of reflecting off of everybody else's opinions. Right? You have to be cause in your life now. Now is the time, okay? It's time to be cause. Are you doing that spiritual stuff? Just because. Just be cause, okay? Just be the cause. Don't be in effect to the world. Don't be so reactive to the world anymore. Now it's about standing your ground, okay? Not in a stubborn way, but in a resilient way. You understand that I'm here to persevere. I'm here to stand the test of time. And I've got to co-create with time and work with time. So of course, as I become an old man, my avatar is going to change even further. You guys get that? So a lot of people, they grow old and they give up. Oh yeah, whatever. What's the point anymore anyway? I mean, I guess I'm old. I guess I've lived a lot of my life. And now, yo, that's depressing. Okay, shake yourself up. You did what? You're a war general. You know, you were in the Marines. You did all these incredible things, and now you're like this sad human being, misrepresented, you know, shut down, maybe wife cheated on you, whatever it is, right? You're in a bad situation now. Brush yourself off, bro. You are so much better than that. And I'm saying that I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I know your caliber. And I know you're meant to be here with us. So it's time for you to double down on you. I don't know what you've been doing. You've been drinking, you've been, you know, partying, you've been smoking, whatever it is, okay? Enough is enough. Now it's time to really show them. Okay, you have been kind of showing them, like, oh, let me just post a little bit and share a little bit and dabble a little bit. But just being like, "Prakow," right? That energy. Like, here it is. And ladies, you have the power to stop time. Do you guys get that? Like, if you walk into the room with a beautiful aura, every man in that building, every man, okay, they'll just give you just that much, right? But that still matters, because that's that Shakti energy. Okay? So you got to really tap into this energy, man. And once you start to amplify this, there is no stopping you. There is no stopping you, bro. The only person that can stop you is yourself. Your own limiting beliefs. We are geniuses on destiny, G-O-D, okay? All praise to the Almighty. I don't understand that, you know? I'm connected to all these beings, man, especially Shiva, because that he is nothing, right? He is no thing, but I am also no thing. So of course I'm connected with this being, you see? Yes, I'm God of the sky, Horus. Yeah, I look up at the sky every day, man. That's my offering to him. You get that? So I'm finding ways to make this process smoother and easier because I'm on a flow state path. I'm not going to do this journey if it's like, grind, hustle, grind, hustle, grind, hustle. You're going to grind, hustle your teeth out, bro, by the time you're 70, okay? And then you're like, now I can finally afford it. Let me get into the club, Sonny. Let me now show him how it's done. Yo. You could have been a kid, right? And tapped into that same energy. But you waited till you were super old to what? Live that life. Young bull living like an old geezer. Okay? That was the recipe, remember? That was the recipe back in Costa Rica, our last retreat. Now we're going into New Zealand. Look at the switch, guys. Completely different cultures, right? We're not just going here on the map and then we're kind of dabbling here on the map. Oh yeah, vacation bros, buddies, ha ha ha, having a good time. This is like spiritual shamanism 101, right? Now we're connecting with a potential agency, okay? A travel agency that we might create for spiritual events in the future, okay? But keep that on the D-low because there's still more talk to be had about it. But I already know that it's going to work out because that's my frequency and energy. And anything I say, it just gets manifested right on the spot because that's how I live, because that's who I am, because I am in the quantum. Quantum is that stupendous energy that keeps you going, moves you forward. Let's get it, okay? May you never be the same again. I hope you enjoy this video. Have an incredible day. I'll see you on the other side. Oh, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Join the Telegram group where we have the free events. Maybe you might learn something. Oh,